Hello there, very good afternoon. You're joining Lunchtime News here on MTV Sports. Let's start with the headlines first as usual. Heavy rains caused floods in several areas. Met Department warns of more rains in the next 24 hours. Patients at hospitals across the island inconvenienced by doctors' strike. Senior Minister Sarath Amrugama says the CEB needs to be reorganized. Well, now to those stories in detail. Deputy Minister of Finance, Senior Minister Dr. Sarath Amrugama says that the Ceylon Electricity Board must be subject to reorganization. Dr. Amrugama made this statement upon his return to the island yesterday after participating in meetings held in New Delhi and Bangkok. In my mind, we need to find about 8 billion rupees more to solve our problem. I think there needs to be interior restructuring in the CEB and it must be reorganized so that costs can be cut and we can save 8 billion rupees. Dr. Amrugama also commented on the state of the global economy. Today, global economic growth is dependent on Asia. Asian countries have come forward to take the fallen global economy forward. India, China and Japan had fallen somewhat, but they have made policy changes and are now moving forward. From this year onwards, they will move forward. Well, in another headline-making story this afternoon, with the inclement weather conditions prevailing over the island, houses in Jayala, Tudela and Gamadha roads have been inundated. Meanwhile, low-lying areas in Budgama, Kotikawata were submerged this morning. Due to heavy rains, a number of residences in the Kotikawata and Budgama areas were submerged this morning. Meanwhile, the Meteorology Department noted that the inclement weather will prevail in the island in the days to come. Well, a female police officer sustained injuries when a firearm was triggered accidentally in the Vennapur police station. Police media spokesperson SP Buddhika Sirivardhana said that the firearm was accidentally shot when an officer was attempting to empty the cartridge. The injured was 22-year-old N. Jayamana, a female police officer attached to the Vennapur police station. She was admitted to the Maravilla hospital. The police media spokesperson said that her condition is not critical. Well, Sarath Fonseca, the leader of the Democratic Party, says that the situation where sociopaths are able to enter parliament via the preferential voting system needs to be changed. Fonseca expressed these views at a public rally held in Wilbava, Kurunegala yesterday. The rally organized by the Democratic Party was held in Kurunegala yesterday under the auspices of party leader Sarath Fonseca. The preferential voting system has created a situation where any drug dealer, thug or murderer can enter parliament. You go and vote for the party saying that you bleed blue or bleed green, but through your vote the biggest rogues in the country, drug dealers and others, enter parliament. Our country has fallen to such a situation today. This is what needs to be changed. Well, coming up later on in the news. Ronaldo and Messi score a brace each as Real Madrid and Barcelona get back to winning ways in the La Liga. All the action coming up on Sports First. In more local news, a special operation was carried out by the Anuradhapura Traffic Police Division today. Persons who had school children on motorcycles without helmets were investigated. Our correspondent said that several such motorists were fined. Well, in another headline-making story, patients at hospitals across the island have been inconvenienced today by the strike action initiated by the Association of Registered and Assistant Government Medical Officers. The Secretary of the Association, Dr. Mahinda Liyanage, said officers at 997 hospitals across the island have joined the strike action. Well, this was the situation this morning at the Imadua Public Hospital. Our reporter says that patients visiting the OPD, clinical services and the hospital pharmacy to obtain medicines were inconvenienced due to the strike action. Well, however, Secretary to the Ministry of Health, Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka, said that they are unable to provide the government registered and assistant medical officers with the communication allowance. The Ministry of Health issued circulars to pay the communication allowance to government-registered assistant medical officers in September 2012. However, due to unknown reasons, they have put a standstill to the paying of this allowance. Though the Ministry of Health has promised us that this allowance would be paid after holding discussions, up to now the Health Ministry has failed to provide us with the allowance. Well, moving on, the Ministry of Health has decided to take measures to improve the services of specialist doctors in the country. Director General of Health Services, Dr. Palitha Maipala, states that a special discussion was held yesterday in this regard. Representatives from the Government Medical Officers Association and specialist doctors had participated in the discussion. Dr. Palitha Maipala said that doctors are to be trained to specialize in required areas. He added that measures are to be taken to fulfill the requirements for specialist doctors in the private sector as well. Dr. Maipala further stated that attention was focused for facilities of doctors and to streamline the job transfer process. Well, from the 24-hour darkness of winter to desolate stunning polar vistas and the creatures and humans who are based in Antarctica, the creation of A Year on Ice took an Antarctic photographer 10 years to compile. That's equivalent to 9 winters from this feature film to coming to being. Well, before we wrap up today's edition of Lunchtime News, we leave you with a glimpse of the trailer of A Year on Ice. I'm Aaron Rajaratnam for News First. Have a nice day and take care.